Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. Uncle Gogo again here, starting a new project in life. I am studying to be a Catholic. I've met a wonderful woman a year ago. I met a wonderful young woman as a potential internet mate, spouse. I call her my e-wife. Her name is Bich Thao. Bich Thao. Bich Thao. Sorry, Bich Thao, which means grassland savanna. Her last name is Lu, Luu. So doesn't really have her father-in-law, Jimmy Luke, Dad Luke, or as I call him, or Dad, Jimmy Luke, made a joke saying she doesn't really have to change her last name to pay for changing her last name. Yeah. My last name is Lu, but hers last name is Lu with two U's. She took the initiative because I was very lazy to sign up for RCIA, and I missed it in September. I missed the because we usually start around September when the harvest, school life, sports at home, karate classes, music, dance classes, everything starts in spring. Even television starts in fall. Everything starts in the fall. Fall leads, the fall quarter, which comprises of September to November, and December to March is December, January, February. Yeah, March. March is the first month, the holy month. Catholicism. Let me see here. That's gonna be let's see, March. March would be Lent. The new year for Catholicism is Advent. Advent is usually December, January, February, to commemorate the coming of our Lord. Anno Domini, the year of the Lord, or Domini, and then it goes from February. It goes from half of January to half of February for ordinary time. Then it goes into Lent. Then Lent kind of fuses into Easter, according to the astrological year of the. And in between, we have different saint venerations, perhaps throughout the year in Catholicism, the special events. Perhaps the whole. I'm not sure how that works because I'm new to this lifestyle. New to this lifestyle. Alyssa Milano, being a full Catholic woman, will probably know this more than I do. And the Catholics, Mel Gibson. So I'm just starting. All I know is on Fridays I'm supposed to eat squalene, fish proteins, to keep this and down there the guts alive and the brain alive. So this is my first year of Lent, year 2018. Hun. So she took the initiative of signing me up because she loves me. She wants me to stay alive, stay healthy as her husband, and because she loves me and she doesn't want me to get fried. So I'm going to try and give it my honest go. I am coming from the background of an ex-Mormon. I will be filming up more videos to explain my exit. I don't have ill will against Mormons now. I don't have ill will against Mormons, but I don't like what they've done with and the Catholic Church has done this as well. I have to say that always have the maturity and the grace to know that when you're wrong, so you can change. That's the first thing they teach us in social work classes. Reflect on your mistakes and learn from them, write about them, and perhaps teach other young noobs not to make those mistakes. And I guess that's what life is all about. Screwing up, recovering, bringing this data to a source or the Easter ball of light, the Holy Spirit, or heaven. Now, I've been starting RCIA since January 10th. I'm in the year running, just soon after New Year's and stuff. So, this is the 4th lesson. So I have 2 more lessons to make up my decision to go from the period of inquiry to the period. Sorry, the heater's on, and we haven't cleaned. I'm gonna get the heater cleaned out. It says in 20 years I've been living here, the heater's not been cleaned out. This is the roadmap, and I'm down there somewhere in the period of inquiry where I'm just asking questions about the church, asking questions about the lifestyle, asking questions about my new home on Sunday mornings. The 9 o'clock one. Means I have to go to bed early. I have to go to bed earlier on Saturday. Do all my fun on Friday. Friday fish day. And what I plan for you, honey, Bich Thao. They tell you mentor name was Prairie Savannah Grassland, Prairie Land, and this is Alberta. So it's I'm calling my if I have a daughter, I have all sons, but if I have a daughter, I'll be naming her Savannah because of this reason, that it's homage to Alberta, the land of sweetgrass, and and what happens? Where we go from there, though, is I'll be spending a year, perhaps a year and a half, exploring and climbing the ladder, Jacob's ladder to heaven. This is from what I've learned on my first day. The first day of I should get this laminated actually. On the first day, I should get all these papers laminated. But the first intake was early sometime in December. I couldn't hold it off anymore. My honey, she signed me up for St. Albert the Great parish here in. You can look it up on the internet. And it's also the secondary patron is Saint Maria Goretti. From the 4th lesson, I've learned from the 4th, or maybe it was the 5th lesson, we did a tour of the church, and we did a tour of the altar. The altar is supposed to represent the table of the Last Supper. The idea of the altar is that it contains both the Word and the body of Christ. The Word, of course, is the pulpit. What's the word for pulpit? I know. The pulpit. They should actually have a diagram of little things on the altar. I'll just call it for pulpit for now. The pulpit, the rectory, the recital, the recital where the priest gives the sermon, reads the word. The idea of the word is that before the word became flesh, I'm going to learn this all in another class. So that the word became flesh. The word is, I guess, the universal code, codified all this data that we're, all these ones and zeros that make up reality, these binary codes or whatever. I'm not an angel. I don't have an angelic brain yet, so I don't read ones and zeros like Rip Thorne did in the movie Defending Your Life. Defending Your Life is a movie that's made in the 80s or late 80s, where Rip Thorne plays a lawyer, a judgment lawyer, a defense angelic lawyer who defends a recently deceased Los Angeles person, Albert somebody. I forgot the actor's name. Albert somebody. And Albert was a busy suburbanite who was driving distracted, one of the early distracted drivers, and he crashed his car into a, I guess, Los Angeles Metro bus head on. So he went to Judgment City, which is not purgatory, but waiting room. The Mormons call it the spirit kingdom, or the waiting room, where you get judged and processed and decide to get reincarnated, or whichever belief you do. Not necessarily purgatory. Maybe Bardo of the Buddhists. My mom's Buddhist. My little sister's Buddhist, and her. So I am down here in the Puritan Inquiry. I am going la 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 la. Ooh, la 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 la. I am lost. Oh, look at this door. Ooh, go for the door. And then this is Catechumen. Catechumen, where I'm accepted and welcome as a member of, not a member of the congregation, but a member of the body of Christ. Yeah. And my little map is starting to fall apart here, so I gotta take care of this. And then I crawl up to here, first Sunday of Lent. Is that this Sunday? Or next year? Next year Lent. And then I am to take more study, more readings, and then I choose to either be baptized here at Easter time. Maybe I get baptized in Rome. A romantic vacation with Bich Thao. We save up money, go to Rome. And then Easter season, I am alive and immortal. Well, my spirit is anyway, so my body is soon to be. And a Pentecost, a neophyte year, my 1 full year. So this is a 2-year program, 1 full year of being a new Catholic. And I'm still getting sponsored by my teammate, who's my coach. Or I've yet to you choose a Catholic in the congregation to be your coach. And then I go ooh, and live a life of Christ as though I'm a dad, and we go to Catholic school, and then I'm like, I'm dead and deaf. End of time, end of the Casey show, end of the Gogolgo show, and everyone is on YouTube like, yay! No more fat idiot, no more fat goof, bothering and taking up our bandwidth. And I'm in heaven, and I'm going, hey, I'm in heaven, and then I have I don't know what's in heaven. I mean, you want to go to heaven? I don't know. I don't know what's in heaven. Maybe there's no heaven. Maybe so. But don't go there. This is the manual they finally came up with. We got this. We were supposed to get this on in class 1 and read. This is my binder. This is going to be the official spiritual binder of the Luke family. This is going to be where we keep all our religious notes and religious stuff. Like I said, I love to keep notes. I keep all these notes, and maybe when I die, and if I'm famous, I go back to my old school where I was bullied a lot, and I make a time capsule of all my studies and all my saying, this is what happens when you study hard. And the thing is, I have so much against me. I am schizophrenic. I was predestined to be a schizo. And I also have POS. And now POS is a persistence developmental disorder, which means that I am way, way behind in my development, because so many people keep on laughing at me, calling me a peg leg, just treating me like I'm a nobody. So hopefully I'm praying that the Catholics don't do this to me. This is what I hope. This is what my prayer is. This is why I hope that this is an actual genuine thing. Maybe when I was a Mormon, I was 21-ish, 19 to 21, 23 when I left the church, maybe 2004 or whenever it was. And I left because it was very juvenile. It was very junior high-like. It's like watching an episode of Jurassic Junior High, or watching an episode of 13 Reasons Why. Or 13 Reasons Why is about about a girl who teen suicides. And that's a sad thing, but it's all this juvenile trickery that of 13 of her best friends who betrayed her in god awful ways. That caused her to become very distressed, to commit suicide. each of these played a very terrible thing on her psyche. So I mean, when I was a young man, I actually thought the Mormonism was a real thing, but it's based on psychosomatic neediness. The Catholic Church, it's based on it's based on reality, not based on reality, because it's based on spirituality, a higher reality, a higher level, a higher plane of existence, I guess, reality or perception, higher plane of perception. So the idea is to break free of these illusionary flesh cravings to the natural man and go for the spiritual. There's a lot of atheists. I used to be one after leaving Mormonism, but I felt empty. I mean, every time I succeeded, every time I'd achieved something, I've achieved lots of A's this year in class. It just feels it's hard to explain. I guess because I watch a lot of television, and I can assume that all the actors and actresses and best key grips and all the staff of all the crew and staff of Elvis show probably feel this too, that they've put everything in it for a few years and it's hard to let go. And then they feel this huge depression, this dopagenetic crash. It felt that way to me, especially during the second year of my education at Bow Valley College. I'm succeeding quite well in school. I'm making good friends. I'm helping classmates study, helping them pass. That's the ultimate high. But even if it's a positive high, there's also the corresponding crash. What goes up must come down. You shoot a bullet in the air like a cowboy, the bullets go pew 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 pew, pew to your head. If you're dumb enough to stand there. Actually, no, the wind kind of blows it out of the way, but it falls on someone else's head. So I can imagine that I'm a sergeant. I'm going, yeah, I'm going to retire. I come out of the shit burning frag porta potty. You know, that's just like a nom. I'm like, I'm going to retire. I'm going home. I'm dead. So I'm like, so that's what happens when you do well in life. You get this ultimate high, but ultimately you tire off all the brain neurons in your back trigeminal area. This is reading the Heart book called Drugs, Behavior, and Society. This is this first year of addiction studies book, the purple one, written by brilliant neuroscientist in addictions in the University of Florida down there in the south. His name is Dr. Hart. He's this guy with really cool dreadlocks, actually. And what happens is that I felt empty. You know, I felt all my classmates are moving on because I'm so slow. I'm held back, so it feels empty. And Bow Valley, you know, it's a great school, but it's I suppose that I want to because I had a great time at Bow Valley. When I graduate, I want to get a good job and perhaps donate some money to the school. If I was super rich, I'd donate lots of money to the school. Maybe one of the things I pray for when I'm ayahuascaing. It's another project that's going to be ayahuascaing. Because I feel so blah. I mean, I feel great, but then it's like junk food. It's like a sugar rush. You feel good for a while, then you feel blah, and you feel bleh. That's because your brain is your brain chemicals have bathed your nucleus accumbens with dopamine, serotonin, happy joy juice, serotonin, GABA, glutamate. Glutamate is a very happy inducing drug. Serotonin, norepinephrine, norepinephrine, all these fun hormones that make you go fun. But then it tires yourself out because you are a flesh brain. Well, with this, with Catholicism, you go beyond. You go beyond your flesh body. You go beyond flesh joys. That's fleeting because of neurochemistry. And I'm hoping, I'm praying that Catholicism is the right one, the right way of doing it. The true, the real McCoy. A real McCoy is a boxer, an Irish American boxer who is being imitated all the time, and so this man said, "Oh, this McCoy is a pussy. He can't beat me up." So then McCoy, the real McCoy, who happened to be in the room, and he knocked the fucker out, and he said, "Oh, he says, except the real McCoy." So I'm hoping that Catholicism is the real McCoy. That this is because see, hon, my greatest fear. I'm also making a video, like I said earlier, that addresses my wife. I'm talking to both you, the audience, and my wife. My greatest fear, honey, is that I get brokenhearted again, and feel even more depressed. So far, I'm keeping everything. As you can see, I'm keeping everything at bay with junk food. I don't smoke pot. I don't drink, because I take medication, my cuckoo pills, and no medication plus booze, please. As a future addictions support specialist, do not mix alcohol with your meds. What happens is it enhances the actions of GABA, which is the chill pill, hormone that makes you sleep, that makes you calm down, and makes you less scared and neurotic. So that's why people take these chill pills, or people drink or smoke pot. But the thing is, if you mix all these things together, you make a GABA really, really strong, and GABA blocks off important heart. And besides my own fat, GABA would. If I were smoking pot, popping some Tylenol pills or sleeping pills, and drinking, allergy pills and drinking, or my meds, my Seroquel pills and drinking, I would start feeling gooey in the chest, and not the gooey kind that I feel right now when I'm fat. This is like really bad. This is really bad. Shut yourself down, gooey. So please don't mix anything together, guys. I'll be taking a Narcan course to learn how to spray naloxone and Narcan, because that's what the industry wants us students to do, to be a secondary force, because we're going to be hanging around a lot of advocacy, because part of being a social helper, a social worker, as human services, is that you are SJW. You're an advocate for the poor. You're a Christian. You're an advocate for the poor. Christians are the advocates of the poor. So what you do is advocate for the poor, and you advocate for the poor's needs. And so one thing I'm looking forward to being a Catholic. One of my goals of being a Catholic is to work very hard with the church. Maybe join the who are they? The Knights of Columbus, to fight for human rights. To raise money for the poor, to make sure that we're all comfortable to enjoy this 80 years of life. So as a Mormon, I don't know. We didn't really focus on service. We just basically focused on Mormonism. Mormonism basically was about visiting people at their own homes. Yes, the home teaching, but it's only when in the context is another word for relationship, or box. Putting something in the frame, contexting relationship frame of picture frame of playing a bunch of videos for faith promoting, but propaganda from the church. That's about it. No actual honest visit to a friend. And I saw through that. They didn't want to see me. They didn't want to see me the rest of the month, but they had to see me at the end of the month, or at least once a month, right? So I'm thinking that as me and Han, honey, as we are more active in the church, I'm going to go. We will be going to the Catholic, both Catholic. I'll be going twice to church. I'll be going with you. I wouldn't understand Vietnamese, but I'm going to the Vietnamese church with you because I want to be with you as your husband and supporter. I won't understand the language mostly. Maybe I'll pick it up over the years. I hope to do that. I really hope to do that. But then I'll also be going to the 11 o'clock one, the Catholic church, where we are rushing and speeding over maybe to the 11 o'clock one where it's English. Because I want you to be amongst your own people. I want you to be comfortable because you come to my country, Canada. You know, you're leaving all your friends at work, you're leaving all your friends at church, all these connections that you're making there. And that's going to make, like I said, it's going to break your heart. It's going to start making you feel depressed, as I'm feeling depressed because all my classmates are moving on in life. And we'll be trying to visit. We'll be trying to make visits to Vietnam, especially church-related visits. I'll be trying to look for church services or whichever way I can serve. And that's my journey of faith. That's my objective. You know, I'm not an ambitious person. At my age, I gotta realize that I'm not gonna be a super rich businessman like these relatives of Burton's are, and most likely be just a guerrilla gardener. That's probably gonna be the best of my abilities. So here's the training schedule of the RCIA. I'm somewhere here. These little cues, questions are in this. Finally, are in this textbook, are in this text. I don't know to laminate this or not. Well, it's gotta be part of the journal, anyways. Maybe get a hole punch. Maybe get a hole puncher and use it as a journal. Maybe get the staples. The idea was to put this all into a binder, but they didn't have a hole punch for it. Perhaps the publisher was thinking that we're gonna have a hole punch for it anyways. For you kids, this is also a message for you kids as well. I'm not sure how you're gonna live your life. Hopefully, that you're gonna live it in a honorable way. That you don't become psycho killer. Just keep your psycho killing in video games, please. Like how you do. These are imaginary people being played by real people. So it's getting kind of late now. I'm getting sleepy. So this is my first introduction episode. Not very exciting, I know, because I'm just getting started. I'm a neophyte, a new baby, a baby Catholic, born to the world. I don't know. They have a full baptism. They have a full baptismal font. But in my next video, I'm going to try and try to do some of the readings, official homework of this textbook, and maybe look some notes. And so I'm getting kind of sleepy here, like really getting kind of sleepy because I've worked all morning. I didn't go to sleep at all at night. I had to get early morning class because it's winter, honey. So my mom couldn't give me a ride to church or to school, or to the C train station. So I got up early. I made I took some smudge balls from the emergency pile into the big pile. I'll be making some emergency smudge balls soon. Many Catholics are actually many Aboriginals are Catholics actually. So period of inquiry, catechumenate, the purification and enlightenment phase. Call of continuing conversion, rite of election, rite of acceptance, lots of rituals. So I'm not a catechumenate yet. I'm just a period of inquiry. So but I am learning about the church, learning about our new home. Yeah. So I'm going to see what this homework is about in the next video. So this is the new spiritual series of the Golgo Show. I hope I didn't bore you guys, people, with my thoughts. I just want to show you guys I am more than just a screaming lunatic. That I do have a soul. Do have a sensitive side. And for all you atheists out there, keep on being scientists. You know. If you guys are happy, then be happy. Especially you. What was her name? I do subscribe to lots of Catholic videos or atheist speakers. Like I used to be an atheist before feeling lonely and trying to join the church again. I tried to join the church multiple times before, but I guess I wasn't ready then. I think I did have a small awakening during World Youth Day 2002 in Toronto. I have some photographs. Some photographs survived. Some photographs have yet to be scanned, so I'm going to scan those eventually when I get a scanner. When I get the scanner working again, maybe a project for you and me, honey. We'll scan it, we'll post it, and we'll call it. We'll make it the official scrapbook of the Luke family. So yeah, that's me. It's ex-Mormon. I'm a socialist, a social worker, and I'm quite tired right now. So I don't know what the hell I'm saying right now. Everything's all just a blur of eyeball soreness. I can see my eyes are very shiny right now. Let's see, so slowly trying to kick in to keep me awake. So hopefully I didn't say anything too embarrassing. That'll make the world think less of Catholicism. I apologize if I have. Like I said, want to coexist with atheists. We need all sorts of humans in the world. Maybe there's a God, maybe doesn't. Maybe it's just a Picard, or maybe there are a bunch of space aliens. Who knows? But Catholicism is an organization that does focus a lot of humanitarian work. They're human. They do a lot of foul ups. Communism is, socialism has done a lot of foul ups. Humans, we do tend to do a lot of screw ups. Jedi's have screwed the whole universe up with their space jihad, space crusade against the Sith. So, okay, so that's pretty much all I have to say right now. I have to meet up with a classmate tomorrow to help him complete his paper on what's it? War on drugs. I wrote a paper on war on drugs. I got an A, so I'm assuming he's gonna get an A minus at least. If we can just take a bit of focus and try to get as much points as we can for him, then yeah, he'll do pretty well. I helped him score. I helped him do chapter 1 through 3 of his quiz. Quiz. I hope he's done well in September, because I didn't start helping him out until second half of the year when he started to approach me. When he approached me for help, I was helping another student as well, another Aboriginal student from Siksika. Sorry, I have to loosen up my mouth. You have to loosen up your mouth to pronounce things, because I'm really dry right now. Siksika, Ghana. I'm trying to remember how a Ghana resident can't say his name because of FOIP reasons. Told me how to pronounce the names of the nations, the natives, homelands. Siksika. I wanted to try, as a sign of respect, I want to try and pronounce them as correctly as authentically as possible. So I tried to help another student from, I can't say who his name is. This is different from the other guy I just mentioned a few seconds ago. He was working well, but he's got a good job now, so he's not in too much of dire straits. He is part of he's leading a men's recovery, alcoholism recovery group, so that's good. Unfortunately, he might not he didn't get back to me in time, so he might not be interested in trying to appeal his marks to get off dire academic situations. Let's put it that way. This new student I'm helping out, hopefully he's doing pretty well. I will try to help him more. But eventually I would age out of the program too. I would graduated. The idea is to head down to Lethbridge with my grades intact, my reputation intact. Come back up here to Calgary, and live my life. Continue to work, and hopefully I'll be able to contribute a bit to the eventual rise of the city. The more harder we work, the more the city grows. The more we have a higher, stronger middle class, that supports our children, then they can progress as well to a even higher tech level. That's the dream, anyways. So thank you for watching our show, and this is my catechumet entry blog. I'll be visiting more. I'll be trying to visit. I plan to visit more forums and try to visit more forums and read the readings that they've given me. Perhaps ask the head the cathedral, the diocese of Southern Calgary or Southern Alberta, for suitable reading material. It's going to be a very busy and tiring summer of non-stop study as I absorb and evolve, so that I am able to cross into this world here. I will try to get this laminated too. So I will make a secondary video right now of me. Love to smell this. Oh, I have to smell that. Grab out my spiritual notes. Und I'll be making another video of my lessons that I've learned in the catechumet. Again, for Thao, my wife, my kids, and talk about life, talk about how things are going. So things are going pretty good so far. Thank you for watching my show. I'm gonna be right back. Let's go.